and welcome to the Life at Knife podcast. I'm your host, Megan Winter, and today I'm joined by our Director of Safety and Health, Colin Rogers, and he's here to tell us about how all safety incidents are preventable. So here he is to tell us more about that. Yeah, and you mentioned, all injuries are preventable.
Mm-hmm.
And it sounds like that's definitely part of this this new program here, where, some people might not agree with that, but at the end of the day, they all are. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They are. It's the most difficult component to wrap your mind around.
Mm-hmm.
We typically think about the idea of preventability from a very linear perspective, right? It's what could I do to prevent myself from getting hurt? Mm-hmm. But the last time I checked, we live in a three-dimensional world. I look around the room and we're not on a one-dimensional plane, and choice works the same way. Right? The choices that I make about safety affect other people. If I'm driving a van load of people down the interstate and I'm speeding 20 miles an hour over the limit, I'm texting and I'm not wearing my seatbelt, I'm making choices about my safety, but the other 8 people in the van too are affected by my choice. So we need to kind of broaden our perspective of how the world revolves around choice individually and collectively. And the last part of that is what we call span of control. There's only so much that I can actually control within my environment where I may be reliant on other people. So similar circumstance, if I'm driving down the road and I have span of control over my actions in my vehicle, the other drivers around me, I don't have control over them. And we operate in worlds where we don't always have span of control. At our mine sites, our ready mix plants, when we don't have customers coming in, we have more span of control. We can dictate what happens. We can build a culture and a value set with our team members. But when I go to a customer job, I'm taking a ready mix truck somewhere, their standards for safety might be different than ours, right? So we have to understand how all of those things influence each other. But the core component of preventability is, yes, they are preventable, but they're not all a reflection of my choice. It could be other people's choices as well.
That's going to do it for this week's episode. Thank you so much to Colin for coming out and telling us about how all safety incidents are preventable. Please tune in next week for our next episode of the Life at Knife podcast. Thank you so much. And until next time, goodbye.